Hey everybody, welcome to our video on abiotic and biotic factors. These are two things we're going to go over. You're going to hear these terms a lot in our ecology unit when we talk about ecosystems and habitats and biomes and things like that. So the two things we're going to go over is what are they, and then two, how do they impact these ecosystems? So kind of the why should I care thing. So let's get right into it. So we have abiotic and biotic. So if you know biology, biology is the study of things that are living. So biotic, I'm going to start with the second one here. Biotic are living things. So, for example, you and me. So these are just plants and animals. Plants and animals. Super simple. So a biotic factor is something that's living. So if I'm talking about the rainforest, I'm talking about the trees, the puma, the jaguar, the savanna, I'm talking about the giraffe and the lions and the things like that. So now abiotic, when you put the letter A in front of a word like asymmetrical, usually means not. So abiotic is not living. Not living. So these are things that impact the environment that are not living. So examples are sunlight, rainfall, ocean, if there's an ocean nearby, that's one. Location is a big one. So am I near a mountain? Am I near an ocean? Am I near a cliff? Things like that. So abiotic things are things that are not living, things that impact the environment that are not living. If you look outside right now, you see there are a lot of things impacting your environment that are not living. You probably see an apartment or a house or a telephone pole. Those are all non-living things that are impacting your environment. So now let's go, why should I really care about these? So let's go on down. So we're going to look at, we have two biomes here, places of the planet. The one on the left, deciduous forest. Deciduous stands for shedding, so it's a shedding forest. That's us. That's Connecticut. Our trees lose their leaves. They shed. And on the right, we have a desert. Hope you guys all know what a desert is. So we're going to see how these abiotic and biotic factors differ. So in the deciduous forest, we get an increased amount of precipitation. Precipitation. In the desert, they get a super low amount of precipitation. So those are two big differences between these two biomes. Okay? In the deciduous forest, we have kind of an even temperature. It does range, but on average, our temperature doesn't get crazy hot or crazy cold. In the desert, they have an increased temperature. Okay, so those are two abiotic factors, and what we're going to see is those abiotic factors have a huge impact on the biotic or living factors of those environment. So if you look in the desert, they have really decreased amount of precipitation with a really high increase of temperature. That doesn't bode very well for plants. So we see little plant life. Now, if there's very few plants, that's going to mean there's not a lot of things to eat those plants. So we see actually a decreased amount of animals as well. Nice and simple. So now if you look on the left, we have an increased amount of precipitation, kind of normal temperature, average temperature range. So what we see is we see a lot of plants. A lot of trees, a lot of mosses, ferns, grasses, things like that. Now, if we have a lot of plants, there's also going to be a lot of things that eat those plants. So we're going to see a lot of animals too. What that's called is we see a lot of biodiversity. We see bio, living, diversity is the whole realm of things. So we have, up here in Connecticut, we have a very biodiverse ecosystem. We have a whole bunch of different plants and animals. Deserts, not so much because they're high temperature, low precipitation. So now you see how abiotic factors impact biotic. It can happen the other way around too, though. If you think about it, biotic factors can impact abiotic. One of the big things in science right now is climate change. That's it. Are humans producing so much carbon dioxide in these pollutant gases that it's actually changing the climate of the planet? Are us humans, biotic, impacting the climate abiotic of this planet? So we're going to go down here and take a look at this. So on the left, we have two trees. Okay, they're blocking the sunlight. So down here, it's nice and shade. So your temperature is going to be kind of a nice, even temperature. It's going to be nice and even temperature. It's going to be nice and cool. Okay, but on the right here, one of my trees got erased. If we have the two trees that are cut down, well, now that sunlight can go all the way to the ground. So which side do you think is going to be hotter? Well, obviously, on the right-hand side, we're going to see a big increase in temperature. So this is showing you that if we the biotic factors of an environment can change the abiotic factors as well. So thinking back to the wolves of Yellowstone, what kind of impact are those biotic wolves having on the abiotic structure of that environment? Okay, so we're going to be talking about that quite a bit. What are they changing? What non-living things are they changing? And it's actually kind of crazy what they change. Hope this helps iron out what biotic and abiotic factors are. Good luck, everybody.